We are also on Weibo. Please check us out for more great videos.
From the House of Ideas to the silver screen. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're once again counting down the top 10 Marvel movies.
Think you know the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Click here to take the new MCU trivia quiz on WatchMojo.com. It's pretty hard, but get it right and you could win a free download of our ebook, Watch Mojo's 50 Most Influential Comics of the 80s. To play, click on the link in the description.
For this list, we're revisiting our favorite films based on Marvel Comics, whether they be from the hugely successful Marvel Cinematic Universe, Fox's X-Men films, or anything in between. And if your favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie didn't crack the top 10, be sure to check out our list on the top 10 MCU movies just in time for the 10-year anniversary. Number 10, Black Panther.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
To say that Ryan Coogler's adaptation of the classic Marvel superhero has been a smashing success might be underselling it. After T'Challa made his MCU debut in Captain America: Civil War, the stage was set for the African hero's highly anticipated solo outing. Coogler's film exemplifies the very best that Marvel movies have to offer: intense action, eye-popping visuals, and powerful, relatable themes. With its vibrant, lavish production design and top-notch villain in Michael B. Jordan as Eric Killmonger, it's no wonder why the film shattered box office records upon release. It's clear that Coogler and company delivered a film that really took comic book movies to a whole new level.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
Number 9, Deadpool.
Oh, hello. I know, right? Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with Pulverine.
And on the subject of films that shattered records despite relatively unknown title characters, let's talk about this breakaway success. A film starring Marvel's Merc with a Mouth had an uphill battle to fight if it was going to be a success. But not only did Ryan Reynolds and the film's crew fight that battle, but they danced a merry jig on the battlefield after handily winning it. The film was a massive success with audiences, drawing in enough crowds with its humor and action to prove once and for all that R-rated superhero movies can be successful, all of which could only be accomplished with maximum effort.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey, you know what? There's another name you might know me by. Star-Lord.
Who?
Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw.
Nobody would have expected that a film co-starring a talking raccoon would turn out to be one of the most fun, engaging, and surprisingly relatable action movies of the decade. But what can we say? Sometimes life throws you a curveball. James Gunn took a relatively obscure team of cosmic heroes and injected them with enough quirk and heart to make for one of Marvel Studios' best properties, thanks to a film that somehow manages to balance larger-than-life action with surprisingly affecting character drama. The film's fantastic use of music, specifically 70s pop songs, also helps it stand out, with the soundtrack lending the film a refreshing energy and character.
What should we do next? Something good? Something bad? Bit of both?
We'll follow your lead, Star-Lord.
Number 7, X2, X-Men United.
You haven't told him about his past, have you?
I put him on the path. Logan's mind is still fragile.
Is it? Or are you afraid of losing one of your precious X-Men, old friend?
Eric, what have you done?
The X-Men movie franchise is one of the oldest in the Marvel movie game, and one of its earliest entries is still its best. While the first X-Men movie is often credited with kicking off the golden age of superhero movies, the sequel has a bigger cast, bigger action, and bigger stakes than the previous installment. But, importantly, it also doesn't lose sight of what made its predecessor work. Nearly a decade before the Avengers hit the big screen, X2 masterfully juggled its many superpowered characters, delivering a bunch of interesting arcs that culminate in a near-perfect X-Men adaptation.
She's gone.
Number 6, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
While Marvel Studios may be quick to embrace the bright, colorful, fantastical side of comic book adaptations, there's more than enough room for grit in their cinematic universe. Part superhero epic, part taut espionage thriller, the middle entry in the Captain America trilogy borrows heavily from 70s spy thrillers to make for a tightly wound superhero action epic with mood to spare. And if you aren't here for the fantastically choreographed action and spy thriller vibe, there are plenty of other reasons to stick around. There's also the terrific chemistry between the cast, and the clever new takes on Marvel villains like Arnim Zola.
The answer to your question is fascinating. Unfortunately, you shall be too dead to hear it.
Number 5, Logan.
Jeez, Wolverine, seeing you like this just breaks my damn heart.
As soon as I rip it out of your chest.
At the complete opposite end of the spectrum from our last entry, Hugh Jackman's final outing as the Wolverine is all about the gritty, grounded approach to superhero storytelling. Eschewing larger-than-life action and colorful costumes in favor of a Western-inspired, gritty character study of the man beneath the adamantium, James Mangold's powerful send-off to Jackman's tenure as Wolverine is a tragic tale that defies expectations at every turn. This approach helps the film stand out from its contemporaries, and the brutal violence is a constant reminder that this isn't your typical superhero movie. Number 4. Iron Man. Every journey starts with a single step, and what a step this was. Robert Downey Jr.'s first time under the helmet of the now iconic suit remains one of his very best, a blast of an action movie that fully embraces its comic book roots. From the awesome suit-up sequences and incredible action sequences, to RDJ's trademark wit, there's never a dull moment in this one, and it's that energy and spark that set the Marvel Cinematic Universe on the road to pop culture domination. The first time we saw Iron Man's helmet clamp down over his face with that oh-so-satisfying clank, we knew that comic book movies would never be the same.
I shouldn't be alive. Unless it was for a reason. I'm not crazy, Pepper. I just finally know what I have to do.
Number 3. The Avengers.
What have I to fear?
The Avengers. That's what we call ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes type thing.
Like many comics fans, we spent much of our childhood years with our noses buried in Marvel Comics, and dreaming of seeing our favorite Marvel heroes come to life. And in 2012, we saw those dreams realized in spectacular fashion when Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe came to a head with Joss Whedon's genre-defining classic. A true first of its kind, the film brings together heroes who had been introduced in their own movies for an unforgettable adventure, culminating in an epic battle that still takes our breath away to this day. The feeling of seeing our heroes fighting side by side for the first time can be summed up by one iconic moment. Number 2. Spider-Man 2.
You're getting on my nerves.
I have a knack for that.
Not anymore.
How do you follow up a film that completely took over the box office and kickstarted a whole new wave of superhero films? In a word, this is how. A spectacular follow-up to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, the second installment in the trilogy takes the wall crawler to new heights as he battles Dr. Octopus to save New York from certain destruction. While other films like the X-Men series kept things gritty and grounded, this one swung into comic book spectacle with full force, and the results were amazing to say the least. The franchise has been rebooted a few times since, but it has yet to hit this particular high mark a second time.
Go get him, Tiger.
Before we reveal our top pick, have a look at some of our honorable mentions.
Finally. You won't have much time in the past. The Sentinels will find us. They always do.
And this time we won't be able to run. We'll have no escape.
Believe me, I would love for someone else to rule, but it can't be you. You're just the worst.
Number 1. Captain America Civil War.
I'm trying to keep you from tearing the Avengers apart. You did that when you signed.
Crafting a film that acts as the third Captain America movie, contains almost every MCU hero, sets up the third Avengers movie, and introduces Spider-Man and Black Panther to the MCU is a pretty tall order. But it's a testament to the skill and craftsmanship of all involved that the movie not only worked, but is the absolute height of comic book movies. From the epic airport battle to the tense, emotional final showdown, no other film has felt so massive in scope and yet so intimate in its portrayal of Marvel superheroes. When it comes to Marvel movies, no other film comes close.
I could do this all day.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.